Welcome developer to the favorite channel Ivy Mesa. This is your number one place to learn how to become a pro. Today I'll be doing I'll be building an e-commerce website using JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you haven't subscribed my channel, make sure that you subscribe my channel. So I'll be building this page using JavaScript. There you can see all these images will be displayed using JavaScript. There we have it. Everything will be done using JavaScript. Yeah. So without wasting your time, let's get on to the work. I'm going to start off by creating an index file, index.html. Then we'll create a CSS styling file, main.css. Then I'm going to add a JavaScript file for JavaScript coding. Let's go to JavaScript scripts.js. Then after that, we are going to boilerplate for. Then let's change the index. Let's change the title. Let's set the title of the document. Yeah, like this. Then let's have the CSS link to our styling of our code. Then let's have the boxy icons for the icons that we shall be using inside our file. Boxy icons. Then let's go on to coding. I'm going to have a header. Then I will set another div which I shall call header top. Then I have a nav. Inside the nav, I'm going to first of all have hyperlinks to the code. Yeah. Then let's have a div main header. Let's set on ordered listings. Then let's have listings. These are the listings that I'll having for the main header. Then let's add another div for the header icons. Let me add a new div for the box icons. For these are the icons, the box icons. I'm adding 3 box icons added. So let's have how the solution looks inside our browser. This is progress that we have made so far. And now we have a div called paradox wrapper made inside the button. Then I'm going to set section, the type section, this type section. Then let's add another div called para1, paradox inner. Let's have a div class edit line. Then let's have a div, and let's set h2 tags in paragraph tags, key tags. Now I'm going to paste the button. Let's say the additional button. Then I'm going to paste the content. So this is it. Now I'm going to have a brand motif section. Let's have a new section. Let's have a div code. Inside the div code content text. Then let's add a paragraph tag. Paragraph p tags with a span. Then let's save some content that I'll paste this content. So now after starting that one, we are now going to have a div called line breaker. Let's have another new paragraph with the content that inside I've pasted. This is progress that we have made so far. Now I'm going to create a services section. Services. Let's have h2. Inside h2 tags. Then paragraph tags. Then let's paste the content, the Then let's create a div called services card, the services container. Then inside the sub div called services card, then let's add some boxy icons, then h4 tags with content quality products, then let's have paragraph tags. Then I want to do a duplicate. Then yeah, this is the content. Then I'm going to duplicate this services card div. I'm going to duplicate it 2 times to make it 3. Then the second one, then the last one, paste here. Then now I'm just going to replace the content, the text that will be displayed on the screen. Let me highlight all. Let me highlight this section as well, all. Yeah. So now progress. This is the progress that we have made so far. Yes. Now I'm going to go on the product category section. Then let's say call it the section class and categories. Inside I'll start off with h2 tag. Then I'll add paragraph tags. Then let's save the content, the right content, to paste in between. So now I'm going to create another category btn pattern. Let's have a div class category pattern. Then let's have a div with id patterns, div id patterns. Then yeah, like that one. Then inside I'm going to add a pattern tag with class name, pattern value, patterns value. Then I'm going to give it a multiple of 5 times. Let's give it a multiple of 5 times. On click this for then second, third, fourth, fifth. Then let's paste the contents. Then let's paste the variables for on click all. I'm going to set all. Then for on filter product I'm going to say top way. Then I'm just going to say skate. And for here I'm going to say jacket. Then for there I'm going to say watch. I'm going to say watch. Now this is the progress that you've made. Take a look at the design. Now we are going to style a div search container for input, then type pattern. Then let's add the content, let's add the values for the inputs, the properties. Then we are going to set the type search, id search input, placeholder search products. Then let's have an id for pattern search. Then after done with that one, I'm going to add another div contact section contacts. Then I'm going to add h2 tags. H2 tags. Then period of tags. I'm going to create another. This is how the solution looks like inside the browser. Now I'm going to add another below, a div code container contact, and inside I'm going to add a input just in this style. So I'm going to copy this one that is here, then we paste it there below, then we paste it there. Then we just need to edit the values so that the means like type is an email, then id, email input, placeholder, enter your email. Then for the pattern I'm going to give it an id of email. Then once you're done with this one, we are going to add a footer section. Then for the footer, I'm going to say div. Then we are going to have first one is our h5 text. Then we are going to have hyperlinks inside. I'm going to add paragraph text. So I'm going to get a mod O. I'm going to apply this, copy, and then paste it below. Yeah, like this one, we have made a mod O. Then I'm going to set another to copy the div again and make another new div below. So we're just going to paste the correct information that is below. We no need to just paste information, the content. Yeah, like there are four those ones. Then we no need to paste the information that will go inside. So this is it. So below we're going to add another div which we shall have h5 text firstly and some paragraph text. The h5 text our mission, then paragraph quality materials. Let me just position it so that my code looks smarter. And let's this is how the solution looks like so far. This is progress that we have made. So below I'm going to create another div for box icons. They are the box icons that I've pasted there text. So now I'm going to add this script to our JavaScript file. It's called scripts. Then let's add a source that will give us the direct way our file. The file name is called main script.js. So this is our JavaScript file. We have linked up to our JavaScript file. So this is progress that we have made so far. Now we now need to go inside and do our styling. So inside your file index.html, just make sure that you've pasted the code, you've typed in the correct link to your CSS file. So now let's come inside our CSS file. Firstly, I'm going to start by inserting the font style. I'll leave the link to the font style inside the description or inside the code. GitHub repos, my GitHub resource, to just download it from there. First, after styling that one, I'm going to style everything. I'm going to set the border boxing to border box, margin 0, padding 0, text decoration none, then list style none. So let's come and look. There you can see the changes that have been effected. So after styling that, I'm now going to style the body. I'm going to set a font family of assistant, then width 100%, margin 0 auto, then scroll behavior smooth, explore hidden. Now there you can see we have adjusted the changes to the body. Now we're going to style the header top. I'm going to set the background to black, then color of the text white, font size 0.8, text align center, padding 1 rem all over, then margin 0, letter spacing 0.1. Let's come and look at how the design looks like. There you can see the header top at the top has been styled. Now I'm going to style the nav. Display inline block, padding 10 pixels and 0, font size 1.5 rem, font weight 600. Display flexi, align item center, justify content space between, then gap 3 rems. That's for the nav. Then we are going to start the logo. I'm going to say display inline block, padding 10 and 0 pixels, font size 1.5 rems, font weight 600. Let's come and take a look at how. There you can see after styling the nav, the changes. Now we're going to style the image logo. I'm going to set it the width to 100%. After styling that, I'm now going to style the main header. Then with the main header, I'm saying set with 100%, display flex, justify content space between, align items center. Let's have a look at it. There you can see the beauty of styling the main head. Now I'm going to style the nav bar as well as the header icons, display flexi, align items center, font size 20 pixels. You can see we have set display to flexi there. Now I'm going to start the hyperlinks as well as the font awesome icons. I'm going to set that padding 10 pixels all over, margin left 15 pixels, transition all 0.42 is, then color of the text we can set it to navy blue. Let's come and look at there. You can see the color is changed. Now I'm going to start on hover so that I've got some design on hover. Text decoration underline, text underline offset 0.3 rems. Then on hover over the box icons, I'm going to set a transform translate of scale of 1.2. Then let's come and have a look at. There you can see on hover the transform scale 1.2, it increases by scale 1.2. Then underline there, we get the underline text decoration underline. So now we're going to start the banner. I'm going to start the banner section. I'm going to start off by the P1 class. I'm going to set a background color, linear gradient, and with a background image provided from Unsplash. Parallax in class name. I'm going to start the parallax in class. I'm going to set the position to relative. Then minimum height at 8%. Background position center. Background attachments fixed. Background size cover. Then padding 100 pixels and 0. Let's come and look at how the design. There you can see the images taking shape. Now we're going to start the headline. I'm going to set display to flexi, height 88%, justify content center, text align center, align items to the center. You can see we have started the header there. Now we're going to target the H2 tags. For the H2 tags, I'm going to give them, to make them more visible, like we need to make them, I'm going to give them a color of white. Text transform uppercase, letter spacing 2 pixels, font size, make them larger 3 rems, margin bottom 10 pixels. Then we're going to start the paragraph text. With the paragraph, I'm going to give them a font size of 1 rem, color white, then line height 1.5, width 60%, margin 0 and auto. Now let me start the button. This button. We're going to start this button. I'm going to say margin top 25 pixels, font size 1.5 rems, letter spacing 0.1, border 1 pixel, solid white, border radius 4 pixels, outline 0, padding 0.0, padding 0.8 rems 1.5, cursor pointer, background color transparent, color white, then transition all 0.45 is. Then let's come and look at the changes. There you can see it's now more visible. Then let's start the button on hover. I'm going to set background color to white, then color of the text to black, then text transform translate to y minus 5 pixels. And let's have a look on hover. You can see the changes on hover. Translate along the y-axis minus 5 going upwards 5 pixels. And the background color of white. That's good. Now let's start the brand motif section. Content text, paragraph text, padding 45 pixels and 5%, font weight 400, text align justify, then line height 24 pixels. Now I'm going to start the first layer. I'm going to set it float to the left, font weight 400, font size 84 pixels, align height 64 pixels, padding top 2 pixels, padding right 8 pixels, padding left 4 pixels. With these changes, you can see this brand motif has been aligned. Now I'm going to set the line break. This class name that is over here, we are going to give it a border bottom of 1 pixel solid, then width 200 pixels, margin 0 auto. There you can see this line that has come out. Now I'm going to add a new class name red, and I'm going to give it some color, red color code of color green. Now I'm going over to the services section. This is where you are going to start. We're going to start with the services section, padding 50 pixels and 5%, background color black, text align center color white. There you can see this one is styled correctly. Now I want to target the H2 text inside the services section. I'm going to give them font size of 1 rem, color white, font size 2 rems, margin bottom 15 pixels and margin top 15 pixels. Then services paragraph tags, font size 1 rem, color white, line height 1,5, width 60%, then margin auto 0 and auto. Then let's start the services container. Let's give it a display flexi, justify content space around, width 80%, align items center, margin 50 pixels and auto, gap 2 rems. Let's come and see how the design. There you can see there's now a gap of 2 rems there on the services container there. Now I'm going to start this services card class name. The first one, I'm going to set font size 2 rems. Then I'm going to target services card H4 tags. Let's set the margin to 10 pixels and 0. Font size 1,5 rems. Then services card paragraph tags. Let's have a padding of 0 and 12 pixels. Then color of white. You can see this color light, color gray, light white like is coming out. Now I'm going to style the product category, this one. So for the product category, I'm going to set it the padding of 45 pixels and 5%. Then I'm now going to target the H2 tags inside. I'm going to give them a color of black, margin bottom 12 pixels, font size 2 rems. There you can see this font size. Now I'm going to start target the paragraph tags, and for the paragraph tag, I'm going to say font size 1 rem, color black, line height 1,5, letter spacing 1 pixels, margin bottom 10 pixels. Then for the category, we can start the category bit pattern. Let's have a display flexi, justify content space between, align items to the center. They you can see we have spaced them to between. We set space between. Now let's start the style. Now we're going to style the button value. For the button value, to make my code uniform and match, I'm going to remove let's remove the last S, then let's go inside our styling. I'm going to start the button value. I'm going to set border 2 pixels solid, then padding 12 and 24 pixels, border radius 5 pixels, background color transparent, color Y blue, then cursor pointer, margin 5 and 10 pixels. They can see the buttons have been well shaped, and they can see with this wonderful background border color. Now I'm going to style the class active. I'm going to give it a background color of blue, then color white. Then let's start the search hash container ID containers. Then container, let's give them a margin of 5 and 10 pixels. Now we're going to start the input. For the inputs, I'm going to give it a background color of transparent with 60%, outline none, border bottom 2 pixels solid black, then padding 1 em and 0.3 em. For input, they can see the input has changed. Now let me start the input focus. I'm going to give it a border bottom of light blue. Then I'm going for the button and email. I'm going to set the padding of 1 and 2 then margin left 1, then background color light blue, then color white, border radius 5 pixels, border none, margin top 0.5. Then let's start the products. If I can have a look at how the solution now looks like. Now we are going to start the products card. I'm going to say for the products, display grid and grid templates for with the width of 1 FR, row gap 2 rems, padding 2 em and 0. Then let's start the card. Background color white, maximum width 20, margin bottom 1, padding 1, then border radius 5 pixels. Then we are going to see the box shadow of black color, then cursor pointer transition or 0.45 is position relative. There you can see how the solution is looking, it's turning out. Now I'm going to start the heart icon. I'm going to give it position absolute right 1.5, top 1.5. Then let's give font size 1 rem, padding 8 pixels, background color white, border radius 50%. Then let's come in. Let's start the card on hover. I'm going to give it transform and translate along the y-axis by 5 pixels. Then let's style the image container. I'm going to give 30 text align center. Then image container image text width 100%, height 15 em, object fit cover, border radius 5 pixels, transition O 0.5 is. Then on hover, transition scale along with a factor of 1.21125. Then let's start the container. Let's set a padding of 1, then color black, display flex, justify content space between. Let's have a look at it. Then let's add h5 tags. For the I'm going to give it a container of padding 1 em or h5 tag font weight 500, then cut btn, for the cut button I'm going to set it to border none, outline 9, padding 5 and 10 pixels, background color black, then color white, border radius 4 pixels, cursor pointer transition 0.3, then the button on hover, I'm going to give it a background color, a new change of background color to light blue. Add another new class name of height. I'm going to set it to display none. Then let's add another new class of box art. Let's give a color of red. Then we are going to use style the contact section. This contact section. So this is what I'm going to be styling. I'm going to give it a new background image with the linear gradient and the URL from our splash. Let's have a minimum height of 400, background position center, background size cover, then padding 100 pixels and 0, margin 0 and auto, text align center. You can see this image has come out. Then let's start the contact H2 tags and paragraph tags. Width, I'm going to give 70%, margin 10 and auto, then color white. Wonderful, just wonderful. Then let's style the contact form. For the contact form, width, give it 60%, margin 10 pixels and auto. Then let's start the container input. Let's give it a background color of white, padding 14 and 15 pixels, width 24%, border radius 5 pixels. There you can see the input is changed. Now we're going to start the horizontal row. The horizontal row HR, using HR. I'll give it a margin top of 70 pixels, then color, then let's have a border of 1 pixel white. There you can see this one is now visible there. Then let's style the footer at the bottom of the page. This footer that we have got here, I'm going to give it a padding of 50 and 5%, display flex, just where content space between, align item start. Then let's have a color black. Let's style the first div inside the footer with 360 pixels. Then let's start the H5 tags inside the footer, font size 18 pixels, margin bottom 15 pixels. Then let's give the footer hyperlinks and paragraph tags, font size 16 pixels, margin bottom 15, color black. Then let's start now we're going to start on over the hyperlinks inside the footer. I'm going to start text decoration, underline, padding bottom 5 pixels. Then let's start the let's have a look at how our solution now looks like. There you can see we have set the text on over, we have got an underline. Now we're going to start these beautiful icons. For the beautiful icons, I'm going to give them a font size of 24 pixels, color black, padding right 1 rem, margin 12 15 pixels, cursor pointer transition 0.34 is. Then let's start the footer on over. Let's translate along the y-axis -5 pixels. Then I'm not going to add the media queries, but before let me look. They can see on over we have set translate along the y-axis. I'm now going to push for media queries so that it's mobile responsive. So for media queries, I'm going to set the nav padding 10 and 5 pixels, nav bar display to none, then main header width auto, then h2 tags inside the headline class. We're going to reduce them to font size 2 rems, margin bottom 20 pixels. Then let's start the paragraph tags 95%, outline button. I'm going to set padding of 0.6 and 1 rem. Then let's start the services section. For the service section, I'm going to target the paragraph tags. I'm going to reduce the width. I'm going to set the width increase to cover everything 100%. Then services container flexi direction from row to column. Then let's have a width of 100% to cover everything. Then on the products category, I'm going to alter some changes. Inside the category BTN flexi direction from row to column, then justify content center. Then let's start the button value. For the button value, I'm going to set a margin of 5 and 3 pixels. Then products grid template, let's have one row with a width of 1 FR. Then card, let's set the card, let's give it a maximum width of 100%. Then contact section, I'm going to make some changes over the paragraph text and the input value. Width will cover everything 100%, margin bottom 10 pixels, margin top 15 pixels. Then let's start the email with padding of 1 and 4.5 em. Then let's, for the footer, I want the direction to be column, flexi direction column. Then the div will cover everything to 100% width. Then that's it. So if you now look inside our solution, let's inspect for the mobile responsiveness of our solution. There you can see. So for mobile responsiveness to come out correctly, I need to use JavaScript. So this is what we shall be using, JavaScript coding. Okay, so for the JavaScript coding, I'm first also going to have an array for the products. Then we let products equals to, this is the data that will be retrieved to displayed on our page. So I pasted the data that will be retrieved again. So you can see the data has got a product, category, price, and image. This is the product data in the product array that we shall be having. Okay, so we are going to let I for our products data that is to be displayed. Then let's create a card with a card list, add card, new category, new class name. Then we also have a declaration of an element to create an element called div for container. Then the card inner div will be the one that will be used to paste new data that will be collected here. Then the parameter will be passed from the button to the new category of the details to be displayed. Then also search button, we have got a code for the search, and then the add button. So all this code will be inside my GitHub repository. I'll leave the link to the code. Then let's have a look. So after the JavaScript code, that you can see that this data is now being collected using JavaScript. There you can see this beauty of what we have. So this is how I did it using JavaScript, HTML CSS JavaScript. So if you like this video, just don't forget to subscribe and like and press on the notification button. Thank you very much.